Hey guys, today's Sunday, January the 30th of 2022. And I wanted to go over a few markets. This video is titled Market Recap. So without any further delay, let's get into it. This has been by request. They wanted me to cover the S&P ES minis. So this is my observations. Look at this right here. Last week's volume candle green. That's good. Last couple of days, green. We got a Magdaddy buy signal. We got a safe maybe swing pivot low right here. It looks like the pressure wants to go up to the upside now. Although it's all very negative, it looks like it wants to go and bounce next week. So I'm bullish on a few stocks for maybe a scalp, short-term play. But this is a good sign to see if you want to go long for next week. We could hold this. NASDAQ is the same thing. You got a PPS, Tom DeMark 9th candle there. Not PPS, nothing PPS yet, but Tom DeMark, Magdaddy. Volume on Friday was good. Last week's volume was good. You're above the cloud, and you're trying to battle in and get above that linear regression channel and kind of battle out here. The Dow Jones, it's all looking the same. Same volume. Bounced off the cloud right here. On support, you're back in the linear regression channel, is right here. And you're at the point of control, which is at 34.49 right there. That blue line is a point of control. Russell is, look at that right there. Couple of weeks of just negative volume, not looking good. Although you got a Magdaddy buy signal, it's the worst of the bunch. Camago on the daily. Last Friday was a good positive volume. We're down here, almost kissing the point of control, which is at 1721. Just kind of bouncing off the linear regression channel here on the daily, which is still negative below all the moving averages. But on the weekly, you're at the linear regression channel, so that's a good buying opportunity. But as you can see, as the indices, it fell right through it, and that's even more of a discount. So right now it's kind of holding, and I'm expecting a bounce this week coming up, so I got in. So I'm going to play either swing trade to the upside or a scalp or whatever. But I'm going to see how it plays out. Let's go to the URA. Same thing. Bounced off any support after linear regression channel. Like the cloud is getting a little weak. At the value area, not the value area, the point of control, which is at 1935. Got a buy signal on the Magdaddy. And let's see, value area low is 1752 down there. I'm expecting a bounce also, although the last 3 weeks have been very negative. I'm expecting a little move to the upside, maybe test that 50 SMA. Added a new one here, which is the URNM. People have been requesting that. So you can see they all looking the same pretty much. All kind of finding support in the cloud, the linear regression channel. We haven't had a buy signal yet here on the Magdaddy, but I'm assuming that's going to probably pop up Monday or Tuesday. Let's go to the metals. Gold has just been nothing but chop fest. It's been consolidating around this whole area right here. Resistance at that 1881. You can see that right here was at 1857. And then you got a PPS sell signal. And now it's just pushing lower, finding support at 1786, which is the point of control. Silver, same thing. Although the linear regression channels are pointing up, you got a sell signal here, and it's just chop. It's just chop. Although the linear regression channels are pointing lower in the weekly, so it's not looking too good. And they get all those days of negative volume and last week's. Bitcoin. It all looks the same with the indices. Finding support at the regression channel, and looks like the cloud is looking a little weaker here into the future, but we'll see. I can see some bottom feeding buying here. Not PPS, MACD buy signal right here, maybe for a swing trade. Looks like this is about to turn. Volume was really good last week. Targets I have will definitely be this point of control, which is at 47,066. Ethereum, same thing. Everybody's coming in at the linear regression on the weekly and on the daily. So target would be that 32.36. And if it gets through there, it'll be the 50 with the linear regression channel as resistance. And I wanted to include a stock that I've got my eyes on. If I'm going to play the crypto, it's called HIVE, 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 blockchain technology. You got a ninth candle D mark on the weekly with 13 and a ninth. Second time I've seen that. Never seen them. That's interesting. I'm looking for a scalp play, or just wait for Bitcoin to get a nice bounce. But this would be a play that I'm looking to go long on the crypto play. Instead of buying the Bitcoin, I'm just going to buy the stock and then ride this up. Last is the Nifty 50. I've got a lot of comments in regards to the strategy I used, even though I didn't trade this, but I just put it out there for my Indian brothers out there in the Indian market. And just want to go over some key things about this indicator. This indicator is good, but you want to use it with other things. You don't want to use it by itself. I'm going to show you as an example. So I think we were somewhere around here, and I said, all right, so these are the dates for December and January. And I just put these Fourier crossover overtone in signals. So this was a sell, and then this was a buy, but we don't know what to buy. We don't know what to sell. This could have been the high, and it could have been pushing lower. So there's a lot of things that could have played out. What helps you with this crossover signal is, using this program will be the Hikanashi to keep you in the trend. So now once you see this negative, and you're below, some whatever resistance or tell you the direction, moving averages, whatever, you will sell. And then this is a signal, a crossover signal. So we don't know what's going to happen here until you see the price action, show its hand. So right here, you could have gone long, closed your short, gone long. And a strategy you could use is if you see two red candles back to back, then you get out. But it has to be within the signal dates. So right here, there was really nothing. So this is just a head fake, and it continued. This was a signal date. It was still bullish. Here's another signal date bullish. It continues. This is bullish, although this is a possible turning point, but the price action was bullish. Then you hit here, the 17th, and it was bullish. But then the next day, they turned negative. So this is where you be like, okay, if the next day, the 19th is negative, I'm closing my position. Or if you want to get aggressive and then short, you can. But this is how you would play it. So if you didn't have the Hikanashi, you just have regular candles, I think the price action will look a little more confusing. Although not that bad, but you can still kind of tell. It could be like head fakes and stuff like that. But since I'm more like visual, this is what it will help me, maybe with other things that I incorporate, can theory and whatnot. But that's to keep you in the trend. And these crossovers could happen on that day, or it could happen the next day. So now once you put the Hikanashi back in, although it didn't reveal it here, showed it here, that price action has changed, and you would go long and assume nothing's happening here because the signals are the certain dates I gave. So nothing happened there. You write it. Here is where you would be concerned and tighten your stop. Once you see that, you can get out. So if you see two back to back from a signal, then you get out. Now we're right here. I haven't done any more signals into the future, but you can see that right here, if you went short right there, you'd be like, okay, looks like it's going to turn now and it's going to go up, like what happened here. So if you see a candle like this here, then you would get out, because now the trend, now the swing now wants to go up. Yeah, so that's how I would play it, but I wouldn't use that by itself. You can, but I always felt like I always needed to use confirmations when I used the Fourier, technique, just to get an edge. And you can see that if you use the MACD, the crossover came in here, and then you see how the selling pressure, because a lot of people use the MACD as a trading signal, and you see how everything just really collapsed. With the Fourier was ahead of the MACD, and it was giving you signals within this uptrend moving up here. You can see that it was starting to get weaker here. The buying pressure was getting weaker. You could see it. But the key is once you get to these dates and you get the next candle that changes, I feel like the Heikin-Ashi always gave me an edge. And you could use a rule where if you're close to a signal date, and you get two, that's when you get out. Or you get aggressive and short it, but you normally would get out. But if the trend is, higher, you would just buy it on, when it turns, like here. When we hit the 31st candle, and it's bullish, then you would buy it, and then you plot out turning points into the future in February and March, April. Well, I'm gonna leave it at there. Hopefully this helped out some people out there and made some money. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts. Once in a while, when I can't do videos, I just do a market recap and just kind of cover a few of the instruments that I'm watching, and I'll take it from there. Hopefully you have a great trading week, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the markets using market recap.